Welcome aboard Drive Safe, the segment where we get to tell you all about driving and staying safe, as well as ensuring that fellow road users also stay safe. How do you do that? When you drive safe, then you ensure that everybody is safe, everybody is secure, once we're doing the right things on the road. My name is Benjamin Akakpo. This is Drive Safe. I am here at Top Tech Transport and Logistics with their CEO, Cecil Gabra. Hello, Cecil.
Hi, Ben.
It's been a while.
That's very true.
Yeah.
I think this time we can shake hands.
I guess scared. We are not using masks, so we can. It's no longer mandatory, so we might as well shake hands. I hope you've been well.
Yes. I've been well, very well.
Right.
Just managing with every situation that comes across, whether you like it or not.
I can see that. Well, today we're discussing the causes of road crashes. We've started 2022, and in the first quarter, you should see the figures we are getting. Not as high as last year, but close. We're still in the thick of a lot of road accidents. What are the causes, and how do we prevent some of those things? You'll be finding out right after this. But like we usually do, we get into our other bits. So you think you know? Are you sure? Let's check out today's road sign and find out just how much you know. All right, so at the tail end of today's segment, we'll find out what that road sign represents. But let me get back to Cecil Gabra. We're exploring the causes of road crashes. And I want us to start from the angle of, I know the Okada situation has become something else now. There are new arrangements for a lot of them. But motorcycles and tricycles, I'll share with you a story. Where I come from, practically every day, you would see at dawn, motorcycles, tricycles, especially the tricycles, the ones that carry all kinds of things, including rubbish and the rest. And at dawn, they are moving without any light. So it means if you are not watching carefully, or if your light is not up, you will not spot them before you realize, accident. Let's get into some of the causes of road crashes.
Definitely what you're saying is very true. But before I tackle that issue, I just want everybody to know that when we talk about road crashes is not an issue where you always blame the driver, right? But then 90% of accidents that we're talking about comes from we human beings. 90%. 5% is caused by the engineering of the roads. I mean, we always
have bad roads.
Precisely, or maybe sharp curves or something has gone wrong on the road. Okay, you don't blame it on it. Another 5% goes to mechanical errors. That is, errors on the vehicles, errors on maybe motorbikes and so on could cause those.
Your brakes fail you.
Precisely, but that is only 5%. But the major issue is 90% of the accidents are caused by you and I, human beings. Okay, so if you want us to talk about Okada, let's talk about the Okada issue today. I'm talking about motor riders, tricycles, and bicycles. So
when you talk about motorbike riders, all of them, not just Okada.
Yes.
Not just those who are doing it commercially. It also includes private users of motorbike.
Private users, right. Let me just, let's just sum it up.
We're lumping all of them
precisely.
together. Right.
Let me start from bicycles. When I was a little boy, right, 6 o'clock, you cannot ride your bicycle without light.
6 p.m.
Yes, 6 p.m. It's a law. It's still there. The Airline 2180 addresses it. That don't ride when the weather changes. Okay, that's to done. Okay, so 6 o'clock now, you realize that many people are riding bicycles without lights. That makes it very dangerous. I live off the Spinters Road and I see a lot of accidents almost every evening because if somebody is riding, he sees you, you cannot see him. Right. I want the law enforcers to add that to it now. And then first of all, I think we need to sound a warning to all the bicycle users that you cannot use your bicycle if you don't have lights in the evening.
But this is common knowledge, but it appears people still take the law into their own hands. You don't need to know LI 2180 to know that
Precisely.
when you are riding at that time, because visibility is so poor, you should have your light on. If you don't have your light on, you expose yourself.
You're very right, Ben. Try and have a chat with those bicycle riders, and then you'll listen to what they'll tell you. You have the greatest insults in your life. Right.
So, have you attempted speaking?
Oh, I have several times, because I mean, even last night it happened just right in front of me. Somebody was crossing me, riding a motorbike when I was just about joining the sprinters, and then this is it, right? Motor riders are doing it. They are riding without lights in the evening. Tricycles are doing it. And then talking about motor riders, I feel when we do the statistics now, the issue of motor riders in accidents may come down, because most of them are no longer using it for the usual Okada that we talk about. And when I say Okada, they have a pillion rider behind them. No, now
that is conveying people.
Yes, they are not conveying people. Now they have changed, and then thanks be to companies that are employing riders to be dispatch riders, where you have their bag behind them and they are going to, dispatch. That is fine. But again, they don't think about the road regulations. When they see the red lights, I have pictures, I have videos, and then you see out of about 20 motor riders, only 2 will wait for the green light.
But in that specific instance, I'll bring in the law enforcers themselves, police officers. I mean, I recall only recently, a few days ago, I was at, how would I reference, the traffic light before you cross to, what's the name of this place? You know, when you leave the multimedia group, you take the Atenka and heading toward trying to connect from Abeka Junction to the N1. You see the police training school. The police
Tesano.
Tesano, that's the name. The traffic light before you get to the Tesano, training school. A police officer comes. So this is what happened. Some motor riders come and stop because they've seen the police officer come there. They don't want to get into trouble. It's still red. The police officer only stopped because some people were coming from the other end. Once there were no people coming, though we were still red, he went through and the others followed him.
Yeah, so that is it.
So, I mean...
So if the law enforcer is doing the wrong thing...
Exactly.
And that also comes to the issue where you find a law enforcer driving in the middle of the road.
Right.
Right. He's using his private car. He's wearing his uniform, whether it is customs, whether it is immigration. They feel they have the right of way. And that is so bad. So if you are doing so, others will also emulate your example and do similar, which is so bad. But talking about motor riders, I think if we have all of them obeying the traffic regulations, and that's the lights like we see in Togo, right? We're going to go a long way to reduce the crashes on them, because at the moment, just like you and I know, statistics on motor riders crashes is still on the high. Rather, commercial vehicles are on the low.
Right.
Right, and then something must be done immediately, and this goes to our law enforcers that we need to. And I always talk about, and I said it on your sister station, that we need proper enforcement. If the police cannot do it all, we need to borrow the military police. I've said it several times. Okay, that's the red cap guys. They should team up. What are we looking at? We are looking at one goal: to reduce the crashes and make sure that human lives are saved. That is what we're looking at. So motor riders who are not using their lights, tricycles and bicycles, my major concern is bicycles, must be arrested. The laws are there.
Okay, so that is the first point we're going to be focusing on, and that has to do with these riders, all of them together. Motorbike riders, whether commercial or private, bicycle riders, tricycle riders. The tricycles are also dangerous. They're always trying to, get ahead of you, cut corners, and sometimes, and maybe in our next segment, we'll talk about how sometimes they create or cause accidents because of the slow nature. They are carrying so much, it leaves a lot of people frustrated. You try to, overtake them, and it's another wahala. But that will be for our next segment. Thank you so much, Cecil.
You're very most welcome.
All right. We're wrapping today with, so you think you know, we started with our question for the day. Do you know this road signal? Well, let's find out whether you got the answer correct. And on that note, if you didn't know, now you know. My name is Benjamin Akakpo. Thank you for joining us on Drive Safe. Have a great day.